This is MiMo Mike Mozart, and, well, actually, this isn't MiMo, that is Richie Rich. Or is it? What people don't realize is, when I was a kid, I was blonde. I was bright blonde, and I really consider myself to be Richie Rich. When I became an adult and a professional artist, I went out of my way to produce artwork for Richie Rich products because I grew up reading Richie Rich comic books. These are actually Richie Rich comic books I had as a child that I read when they were like 25 cents a piece to buy at the time. This one is particularly interesting because I used to spend my summers in Maine on a rural farm that didn't get TV reception and barely had a radio station to listen to. And I used to read these endlessly at night because there was nothing else to do, no video games and nothing. And of course, on the farm, I always had dreams when I took over the farm that'd be like that, but it wasn't. I went back to kids' books and doing that stuff. But yeah, I was Richie Rich. I always thought of myself as Richie Rich. I was the blonde kid. Here is a painting I did when I was 12 years old. Oh, my first name is Wolf. That's a whole story too. There I am sitting next to my grandmother's lake, drawing a picture of someone in a rowboat. And it's a self-portrait painting of myself at 12 years old. Yes, my first name is Wolf. And I have two Richie Rich paintings available. This one is available. This is a beautiful painting that was begun in 2016 when I was doing a few different ones. And the person that commissioned this decided they wanted a Wall Street Journal background. So I switched it, and I never got around to finishing this one. It's 3 by 4 feet, and it's available, and I can put custom shoes and a custom watch on this Richie Rich. I could actually put a custom watch on Mr. Monopoly over here. You know, and this is quite a ways long. It's something that could be finished quite quickly. And there's another Richie Rich painting that's quite exceptional. This is my rendition of Edward Hopper's Nighthawks Cafe Diner, or Boulevard of Broken Dreams, as people like to call it. And I had done myself as a double self-portrait. So here's a picture of myself as the diner attendant, drawing a picture of Mr. Monopoly, who's more realistic, with his girlfriend, who I made Betty Boop looking at her cell phone, and I put Richie Rich. So Richie Rich is looking towards me, and I'm really looking towards Richie Rich. I always consider this a double self-portrait of me. If you like either of these, send me a private message, and I'm going to make a lot of videos explaining why I don't use Wolf anymore.